was 15, the thought of an apocalypse never troubled me.
All right, guys, we'll come back here after the ads have finished.
Leave the rest to me. Vanish. It's over. Evade. Scatter.
Alrighty, guys. Good evening. Welcome in. How's everyone doing today? Thank you for joining. Late start because of rehearsal. Mark, welcome. Congrats on first. Enjoy the points. Charlotte's here as well. Welcome, welcome. Dragon's here. How's it going? As probably already know, today was an important day in jazz history. Yep, Coltrane's birthday today. You know whose birthday it also is? Bruce Springsteen. There's also one more other music birthday, and I can't remember who it was. There's 3 big music birthdays today. Alright, we're gonna try and finish the Genshin event today. We just had the story off. We did all the mini games and stuff already. We just have to finish that. We're just doing our ZZ dailies, and then I believe Honkai Star should be out of maintenance by now. Usually it's supposed to end in technically another half hour, but usually they finish early. And so around this time.
Don't freak out now. You should know it's over.
So how's everyone doing today?
Waste of time. Resistance is futile.
I think we found out why Isabel from ZZZ seems so familiar to me. Why? One more of these.
My blade is already sheathed.
Oh, that didn't work. Just trying to think that Dragon told me about.
Let's finish the job.
Ruby Rose from Ruby.
Keep your eyes wide open. Awaken.
I'll have to look that up because I haven't seen it. Also, there's a character named Ruby Rose. Like the actor? Okay, let's check how many pulls I have. 6 plus 26. Let's see, store. $144. $336. No relation to the actor. Okay. Actually, I haven't heard anything on the actor since they left Batwoman. Alright, so we did our ZZZ dailies. I think Star Rail has an update, but I haven't downloaded it, so can't even check yet. Check yet, or check yes, Julia. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Game's not even loading. Okay, okay. On to Genshin. Welkin Moon Awards. We're gonna find out why it's called the Welkins. Oh. So yeah, we already finished the combat assignments, which was like the mini games and all that. That's all done. We just have to finish story stuff. We got the event weapon, which is apparently very good on Lama, who I don't have. It's pure coincidence because most, if not all, the characters have names that somehow relate to color in one way or another. Okay. Oh, those are cool names. Pineapple Patrick, welcome in. The Twitch exists on my phone. I would say I probably primarily use Twitch mobile. Because then I can watch just in the background whenever or wherever I am. Whereas I don't really use my laptop much.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Gonna try and finish Clink Clank Clash tonight too. Yeah, we already finished like the mini games. I just have to finish the story, which was just 2 parts left.
Ad Astra.
They don't get much time for these flagship events. It's not that long.
Thank
At least
you for
parts I play.
completing
Like the mini games
today's
themselves are you can get through
Here
that
is
real
your
quick.
reward.
The story stuff is actually a little bit longer than I expected it to be. We've gone through 2 out of 4 parts. Means Sun Dragon. Oh, what's this? Already redeemed it. We're still a week away from Elan. Because we're almost already 1 phase into, like an entire phase done, almost, in Genshin. Nod try. Which means we're that much closer to Snezhnaya. Oh, I can do this. Enhance 5-star artifacts, a total of 30 levels. Let me get the new thing off. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Oops. Has drained from a day of classes. My phone is so drained from UDB. I don't watch stuff at night. I use UDB a good amount during rehearsals, but I usually charge before rehearsals. So, just one word. But Ruby, as a series, doesn't follow the naming convention super closely. Only know Ruby because my favorite game had a collab with it. My most played character had a skin. Can just say long. People know you mean dragon. Yeah, context is a like people don't realize that sometimes with a lot of like foreign languages. Yes, there are some words that mean completely different things that sound very similar, especially to a foreigner that doesn't get in things like inflections. But people forget that people aren't dumb and they understand context, you know?
Tea parties are a must for the wellness.
Oh, I remember that game. I didn't get it, but I remember playing a demo of it at E3. I say hello to you all the time. I might start saying hi, papaya, for fun. It's a fun phrase. It's free. Yeah, I remember trying it out though. I remember trying it out. Is that I think they actually had a spot at Nintendo's booth in like the third-party section. I think that's why I remember trying it. Oh my god, this artifact. Oh my god, what? Guys, that's a pretty good one. Not amazing, but it's pretty good. I guess that's as good as it can get without being like amazing. Where like everything is in the one that you wanted. Zatar, you saw that, right? The tone you use is what makes it. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But again, people understand context. So like, if someone like, especially a foreigner, mispronounces something slightly, they'll understand. Nice. That was a pretty good one, yeah. I'm just trying to level things up 30 levels to get those 30 Prima Gems. I was like, oh, this will be stuff that I can feed into that. What's that one thing called? The transmuter. But then like, if I get something good like that was a pretty good one. 3 in what was it? Crit damage and 2 in crit rate. Also, there's a pretty big sound delay right now. Smokey, welcome in. Just saw the clip of the chest. Why they gotta do it like that? Well, that was like the worst time cutscene. Not even a cutscene. It was like just like an interrupt, like a, I don't know what to call it. It wasn't even a cutscene really. Not bad, not bad.
If you'd like to learn the
30 or oh, it's 20 Premium Gems. Never mind.
etiquette,
All
I'd
right.
be happy to teach you.
Yeah, that moment was not my best. Is it possible to progress in HSR or ZZZ? You know, it's actually less effort to type ZZZ without needing to raise whatever the game's equivalents of adventure rank are, or the game's stories level locked in those, like they are in Genshin. They are pretty similar. I mean, because it's all like a very similar kind of like structure. I don't know that you need to. But you never really need to raise that adventure rank in like any of these games. I don't think like you don't need to. You just don't get as good rewards then, but you don't need to. I think I could be wrong on that.
This realm is truly...
There's a giant audio delay. Hold on. I feel like Genshin loves timing cutscenes at the worst possible times, so you just have to go and revive them by food statue or wasting Barbara if you have them. I usually just like if I'm not in a rush, I just go to the statue. I might as well save my resources. But otherwise, I have a lot of scrambled eggs that revives apparently.
If you ever have any...
Some things are locked behind something. Okay. But like the main story though isn't necessarily, right? Alright, Stygian, where I Can't get through level 4 difficulty. Case of Genshin, at least I couldn't do more story quests. Oh, you couldn't do story quests? It's only level 5 after those first 2 temples. Some people, not anyone in our community, wink wink, are willing to raise up that adventure rank for you. Genshin's AR rank lock is the worst out of the 3 main Hoyo games. Yeah, because I don't think you really need to do it in the other 2 that I can think of. Could be completely wrong, but crazy aimlessly. No, you don't. There's not. ZZZ is not an exploration game. It's literally just like an action battle kind of thing.
Show no mercy. Fulfill our pact. You two. Time to end. Light of the
I don't think there was a point where I couldn't continue main story of rank being too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not an adventure type of game like Genshin is. It's like it's just an action fighter kind of thing. How many more days do I have to get to 1200? Because I want to pace myself so I don't have to like waste any resources I don't have to. But I don't want to miss this.
Let's light it up. Suffer the wrath of the pyroclastic surge.
Mostly doing dailies, yeah. To speed up air rank and Genshin exploration is best, yeah. Because again, yeah, Genshin's an exploration type of game. It's like a adventure thing. No. I don't need double HP. I just keep getting double HP.
Light it up.
I don't even need Bennett there. I can beat this guy as long as I inflict melt. Boom. Done. Now granted, Bennett helps in most rotations. I just don't need him for this one. So it's entirely possible to play ZCZ by just going from point A to point B. Following the narrative, fighting bad guys along the way. No puzzle strategy, no grinding. No, I don't know about no grinding. If you, well, you can play through it. Yeah, you don't need to grind. If you want to like really build up your characters, like really kind of min-max stuff, then yeah, you can grind for that. But you don't have to grind to enjoy the story. No open. No. This is not an exploration. Like there's little areas you go to. It's not like an open world kind of thing. No Game Boys player. There are modes where you can do that. They're not required to do those, but there are modes. And you can try it out, and if you get to a point where you don't like it, then you don't have to keep playing.
Rise with the sun. Bring it.
Kaizen. Oh, that was a lot shorter than I thought. Kaizen's title said like short stream. But how's it going, Kaizen? How did the polls go? Does this short stream mean that you got Evernight? Welcome in, Kaizen. We are going to be finishing the Clink Clank Clash story. I will say this, Kaizen, it's best if you start Nodcry first, like the Archon quest. You don't have to get very far, but I would actually recommend finishing it if you can, but you don't have to get far. You just have to meet certain people. And even then, it's not crucial. It's more just kind of like, chronologically, this happens and this happens and this happens. Does the event require Nodcry story? Because I'm not very far. Who have you met in Nodcry? Because you said you started it, right? Who have you met? I'm only at meeting that Sumeru 4-star.
Light of the blazing sun.
I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to remember when that was. Only met Flynn's and Loma. Okay. If you go a little further... Again, I would recommend finishing Archon Quest, but if you don't have time, you can get... You'll be fine at least meeting a certain... I don't know how to word things. It's not crucial, but chronologically, you should have already met a certain character before doing it. But yeah, I don't think it's crucial. Like if you just gotta do it for the event stuff, just do it. But again, if you can get a little further, I would go for it. I would just do it. You don't have to finish the Archon quest. Back to our discussion. I don't know what min-max means. Never been a thing in any game I played. Like, okay, so like you see, I'm like getting these like artifacts here in Genshin, right? So like I can get artifacts that can raise. You can see here they have different substats. I can raise like certain crit rates. I can raise, and then it's random, right? If I wanted to, I could grind. This is basically essentially grinding, right? I'm grinding for these artifacts, which I can focus on making the best aspects of my characters even better. And then not worry about raising up, or in fact even lowering their worst stats. You know, so that's what min-maxing is. But yeah, you can get by the main game if you just want to play for story. ZZZ, I don't think you need to raise your internet levels. I was guaranteed Evernight. I had 100 plus summons and 64 pity as a guarantee. Had to go to... Oh, okay. So you still got them, but it took way more than you were hoping. And I lost on Light Cone at 71. Okay, so it drained you a lot there. Maximize potential something, yeah. So again, you don't have to do that to enjoy the ZZ story. And then Kaizen, we already told you how long the Archon quest took, right? Ish, I think. If we didn't, it's longer than I thought it would be. It's not crazy though. ZZ gets trial characters in the main story. Yeah, that helps too. Yeah, you get to try the characters out. And the battles are fun because they're fast paced. You can just button mash everything, and just at least get through basic stuff. But they're fast paced. It's almost like a comic book come to life. I don't know how a better way to explain it. It's like a comic book come to life. The way they stylize the animations. That might explain it. Never played any games that involve stats. Okay. Like say making a character that you want to be a tank. Min-maxing is dumping everything in defense and HP and nothing. Exactly, yes. It's like 12 hours. Yeah, about 12 hours, I'd say. Again, that's streaming it, so you could probably get it done faster. But streaming it, yeah, about 12. I think it was like... What did we say, chat? It was like... less than 8 hours plus less than... Less than 8 hours plus less than 5, so about 12. Lost me a tank. Tank is someone who basically has high defense, and then you use them to tank, or basically just take the hits, so that you can protect your other units that maybe aren't as defensive. All right, we'll continue more Stygian soon. Do I have any poles that I can use right now? I don't think so. Nope, no standards. How many am I at total? 12 hours. Yeah, so it's longer than I thought it would be. It's not crazy long for 2 acts. 1 was long. 2 was about what I would expect it to be. I think a dude with a giant shield. Yep. All right, let's see here. 7 plus. No, I don't want a photo. 10 plus 5. That's 22. Plus 140. So we're at 162 at the moment. So we'll do story stuff, which should get us a few more Prima Gems. And I can't check Star Rail stuff right now. We'll try and see if we can check it. I didn't do the download at work. I was supposed to. I usually try and do these big downloads at work because it's faster internet, like way faster. But I forgot. I understand that better if I had an experience. Yeah, I'm sure you would. Like it's pretty straightforward once you understand the concept. But yeah, if you're not used to it. Haven't done it yet. I'm guessing they combine character story quests into the main story quest this time. I don't know if I would say like they combine story quests into the main quest, but it has been a trend in I think recent Archon quests where each act of the Archon quests, you can tell there's a character they're kind of focusing on. Does that mean these characters will never get their own story quest? I don't know, but Sparkle, welcome in. This is going to be my last patch in HSR. Why? Wait, how come you're the last one? I thought you're liking Amphorius. No, it's wordy, but the only games I've played are as I described. Yeah. That not into a genre or genre of games. Imagine playing a Mario game, but instead of 2 or 3 hits, you could make it so Mario could take 20 hits. Yeah. Those are your tanks. Wait, why is it your last patch in HSR? Well, what about Sparkle? And all the Chrysos errors. But yeah, no, I thought about that too. Like, if I get to a point where I need time for other stuff, like if I had to drop a Hoyo game, like which would it be? And like, it's hard to pick because I do enjoy all 3. It probably would be ZZZ just because it's newer and I haven't put as much time into it as the others. But I don't know. I like ZZZ so far, but it probably would be easy if I had to drop. If I had to drop one, it'd be ZZZ. It's not about liking the game. Does your phone not handle the newer updates anymore? Like, because I know Genshin, they said like, oh, we're gonna raise the system requirements so certain computers, certain phones, and even certain consoles can't play it anymore. I was like, oh, I'm fine. I always had like a relatively recent phone. And top of the line iPad. M4 iPad Pro. Like, guys, the iPad now, I can do Windows, so I can have Genshin here in a window. I can open up another app in Windows. Like, I don't think you understand, guys. This is a big deal for iPad. I can resize the windows. We'll drop ZZZ first. Yeah. Would not that be modding instead of min-maxing? No, it's generally what they call it, min-maxing. That's not modding is like altering the game. If they add a mechanic that lets you increase max health, I had to offload other apps. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's just about space. So you mean you'll come back to it at some point, but right now, while you have it, this is your last one until you can make more space. Yeah, because these games do take up a lot of space. It's like 40 gigs, 45 gigs. HSR is at least auto battle. Genshin has a history with its story. Yeah. I'm fully out of polls, still don't have light cone. And here I thought I was in a good spot going into this update. Well, you still had the whole update, right? Or the whole phase, at least. So you can have enough space for all the Hoyo Gacha games. My phone is 500 gigs, and my iPad is 1 terabyte. So, yes. You do want to fight bad guys along the way. I mean, you've seen ZZZ's battle system. It's pretty fun. It's very flashy. Games are getting bigger and bigger. Well, they're smaller on mobile than they are on, like, PC. Because I think, it's like over 100 gigs or something for you guys. On mobile, it's like 45 gigs each. So, but yeah, my phone is 500 gigs. That one's almost full, but it's mostly because of videos. Like 4K, 60 frames per second videos. My M4 iPad Pro is 1 terabyte. Most of that is so that I can fit my collection app on a phone. Well, the iPhone can go up to 1 TB, but mine is only 500 gigs. My iPad is 1 TB. That can go up to 2 gigs if I wanted to, but I think that's a bit more than I need. It's one thing that'll make a lot of players mad. I understand that they need to update their stuff, but like making it to where it isn't playable on certain devices will most likely result in a major loss in players for Genshin. I don't know if I'd say major loss. I mean, a lot of players do upgrade their stuff over time, but it is sad for people that can't. That they've been playing a game for so long, and then all of a sudden now their device can't support it anymore. So, because maybe they're not in a position to upgrade before the update that kills support for their device, you know? You have 128 gigs on my phone. Let's see, because my 15 Pro Max has 500. I want to say my 12... I know my iPhone 6 Plus way back in the day only had 64. And when I got the iPhone 10, I think I was like, oh, that's not enough. Because that one filled up. So I think this... Let me check the iPhone 10. Because this I still have at least. Storage. So this is 256. My 12, I want to say, is probably 256. It might be 500. But yeah, my current iPhone 15 Pro Max has 512 gigs. My 10 has 2... So I went from 64 with the iPhone 6 Plus to 256 on the iPhone 10. And I think to 256 on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and then 512 on the 15 Pro Max. Could be worse. Call of Duty games are infamous for being huge on console. I have it on the Wii. I had to get an XHD just for a single Call of Duty campaign. You have 64 gigs. Yeah, I remember having a 64 gig phone and that filling up fast. All right. Alright. I think that's all the dailies. Alright. If you guys haven't done Clink Clank Clash yet, leave a lurk. Lurks are appreciated. And then we're gonna go... My phone's telling me asleep. But yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that. With iPad, I can finally play Genshin in a window. iPhone 12 Pro, I think. Oh, okay. So you have the same one that I use as my overhead camera now. That was my previous phone before I went to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And normally next year would be an upgrade year for me. Because next year is actually a really good upgrade year. They're switching their SoC from a 3 nanometer process to a 2 nanometer process, and Apple's always ahead of the curve in terms of that. So basically, reducing the space in between their microtransistors and all that. So they're switching to a 2 nanometer process, which should make things way more efficient, faster, and run cooler, which means you get less throttling. So switching to a 2 nanometer process. First time I failed to get a target on stream. I mean, I'm sure if you wanted to keep going on day one, you could probably make it happen. But again, you have 3 weeks. I think I wouldn't say that you failed to get a target on stream, just maybe in this one stream. You got 3 weeks though.
Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peace.
Well, yeah, and as I was saying, so next year's is normally going to be an upgrade year for me every 3 years, right? So 2 nanometer process, most likely Apple's own in-house cellular modem chip, the C1 or C2 by that point probably. And it's supposed to be like a really good model to upgrade to, because it's usually their super cycle, 3 years. But as you guys know, with the iPhone 10 for the 10th anniversary, they did a whole massive like overhaul redesign kind of thing, right? Well, even though next year is normally the year I upgrade, the year after that is the 20th anniversary. So I'm kind of waiting to see what they do for that. Like next year again, 2 nanometer SoC, better modem, like cellular and wireless modem. iPhone Fold is going to be next year as well. So
When
having
you
a
lose
folding
your way,
phone and basically
gaining
an
some
iPad
altitude
mini
can
in
bring
your
some
pocket
perspective.
would be great. But the phone after that is a 20th anniversary phone. So I'm expecting big things. There have been some rumors and leaks about the 20th anniversary iPhone. Nothing super concrete yet, but I don't know if you expand storage. So you can't really expand the built-in storage. I mean, you get cloud storage for like other things, like files and stuff like that. But yeah, you can't really expand the storage space unless you get a new device. Hey, Boshock, anything new? I'm not expecting a Ledger trailer next week. Trailer is this coming weekend, I think, right? Trailer is on Sunday. Sunday. Legendary Mythic and Emblem banner. Just gonna do rest of polls off stream since I won't be doing story for a while. Okay. But I am feeling it. Only planned upcoming stream is Orphe polls tomorrow. Let's go. Yeah, I'll do Evelyn polls tomorrow. Only Apple products that entice me are the new AirPods Pro. Those look so good and I kind of want it, but I'm waiting because they usually have price drops around the holidays. So they look really good and they sound really good apparently, and it's like I normally wouldn't like buy AirPods right away. I don't even use AirPods all that much. But these new ones look amazing and sound amazing on paper. And comments, please. I did read them. Yeah. Watch Ultra 3. I don't really need the Ultra. Right now I'm on a Series 10 because I upgraded from a Series 4. So that was plenty upgrade for me. Need to get an upgrade on my computer. My laptop is struggling to have some spare to a computer. I am on an M1 Max MacBook Pro, and it's still near top of the line. It is a beast of a computer. Like I maxed this thing out when I got it because I was like, I need this to last as long as I can. And then, as good as the updates have been recently, I'm like, this is still fantastic. I'm gonna wait until the next major redesign. And again, how I talk about like C2, not C2, 2 nanometer manufacturing process for the SoCs in the iPhone. Well, 2 nanometer chips would be like game changing on the Mac. So that again,
I'd have lost myself
actually, let me
long
check.
ago. If allowed myself to be
I
led by
basically
the
mapped out
whispers of
my
the abyss.
upgrade roadmap here. Hold on.
Surviving is tough. But taming the beast
Apple
within
upgrades here.
is tougher.
So future roadmaps. iPhone 17 is this year. 18 is next year with the 2 nanometers and the Pros and C2 chip, and then iPhone Fold. But the iPhone 20th anniversary is going to be on 2027. So that's what I'm expecting to upgrade. iPad. I'm on the M4 Pro, iPad Pro. Next year's the M5. Well, actually, technically at end of this year. So we are expecting more stuff this year from Apple. But the M6 is most likely near the end of 2026 or beginning of 2027 when they switch to 2 nanometer chip. So basically, I'm basically waiting for 2 nanometer chips. For the Mac, the M5 is expected at early 2026. But again, the 2 nanometer chips are the one I'm waiting for. So that's probably going to be like early to mid 2027. So yeah, both my phone and my Mac, I'm probably upgrading in 2027. And then the iPad, it's probably late 2026 or early 2027. But I feel like my iPad is like still relatively new, so I don't necessarily need to. C2, going for C6 on my iPhone. So C2 is there. So they used to use Qualcomm for all their like cellular chips, but Apple started working on designing their own in-house chips. Now, granted, initially they're like, oh, we can do this on our own, and then they realized, oh, this is a lot harder than we thought. So they extended their contract with Qualcomm. But now that they've kind of got things down, their in-house chips, they don't have all the features yet to match Qualcomm, but it's so much more power efficient, like so much more, which does a ton for battery life too. So, and by the time, like right now they use the C1 chip in the iPhone 16e and then the iPhone 17 Air. By the time these like 2 nanometer chips come out, they'll probably be on the equivalent of like a C3, and it probably will be built into the SoC instead of being a separate chip. Qualcomm has the Snapdragon? Yes. Yeah, Qualcomm makes the Snapdragon chips for Android phones. They make the cellular chip for iPhones, not the main like SoC processor. But they make the cellular chips, like things for like connecting to cellular networks or wireless networks and stuff like that. Should I summon for Evernight? I want to. I just don't have the pulls right now. We need to get a Saber's Lycone first, and then we can try Forever Night. Although, question though. Let's say Saber's Lycone still takes me a ton of pulls, because we're not on a guarantee yet. And let's say I do get it, though, before the end of Evernight's banner. But let's say it's like near the end of Evernight's banner, and let's say I can only have time to maybe farm a few pulls for Evernight. Do I try for Evernight, or do I shift focus to Cyrene? That's the question. Destiny, welcome in. Just got home. Welcome home. Curiously enough, while the actual AirPods have a longer battery than before, the case's battery has dropped. We talking AirPods or AirPod Pros? AirPod Pros apparently have foam in the ear tips now. It's not fully foam. There's still silicone in there, but it does have foam like material in them somehow. But yeah, apparently it makes it a way better seal, way more stable. The noise cancellation is like twice as good as it was on the Pro 2s, which was twice as good as it was on the Pro 1. So it's like 4 times better. And like, no, every review I've seen is like, they're gushing about the AirPods Pro 3. So I want them, but I am waiting because I don't normally buy AirPods all the time, and so I'm not gonna buy them full price. I'm gonna wait because usually around the holidays we'll get like a discount, at most like a $30 or $40 discount. Probably, yeah. Because I don't think the regular AirPods have like a soft tip, like a replaceable tip, like the Pros do. I could be wrong on that. They might have changed that with like the AirPods 4 or something. I don't know. All right. Anyway, again, if you guys haven't done Clink Clank Clash, leave a lurk for now. I'm going to continue the story. We finished the mini games, like the combat assignments here. We finished those. Those are pretty quick. But the story, we're only 2 out of 4. So we're going to work on that. And these ended up being a lot longer than I thought they would be. So I'm guessing we can get 60 Prima Gems out of this. With the 2 of these combined. So you're done. Major crisis. Bong bong boom. A grand plots. Boom boom boom. A grand battle. The time you agreed upon. The hood has arrived. Wonder if she brings good news. Good news. Ooh. Anyone have tickets for Wicked for Good yet? Might not be there for Cyrene. Are you gonna try and like at least at some point during that banner re-download it and log in? Just so you don't miss out. Do you guys, question for you guys, when you get a new phone, do you keep your old one, or do you like sell it or trade it in or hand it down to a family member or something? I keep most of my phones because like, yeah, I could sell it or trade it in. I wouldn't get much for it, but like they're still super valuable. As like I use my previous phone as literally my overhead like webcam. So like if I do an overhead like unboxing or something, or even just like the mini game, like the music game in Genshin, it's really high quality. And then my iPhone 10, I just use it as a chat monitor on the side here. It's a bigger event than I thought. It's like it's a really like fleshed out event here. Also, Suzushi, welcome in. Can we get a shout out if I have any mods that aren't lurking? I thought we didn't have those if it was an Archon quest in a patch. Oh. You traded in? Okay. The only things I've traded in really, I think are my... When Apple launched their own chips, like the M1 chip, I got an M1 Mac Mini to see what all the fuss was about, and I was like, "This is amazing." But then I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get an M1 Max MacBook Pro, like the high end one." So I'm like, "Okay, well now that I tried it, I'm gonna trade in this M1 Mac Mini while it still has good value." I think that's the only time I've traded. I never traded in a phone because again, it's still good value. It's also nice as like an emergency device if I lose my main phone. The iPads, I've usually sold off my old iPads to people because I get a better return on those. Hey, Simlupa. Spoiler, Simlupa. Kaizen, you keep it usually. Thank you for shouting out to Zushi. I only ever get new gadgets when I break my previous one. Oh, okay. I usually upgrade on a cycle. So before on the old iPhones, I used to upgrade every 2 years, and then when they switched their super cycle to 3 years, I upgraded every 3 years. But right now, I'm 2 years in, and as much as I would like to normally upgrade next year, it seems like 2 years from now is the iPhone 20th anniversary, so they're usually going to do something big for that. So I might wait out an extra year, do 4 years this time. It's interesting. Although the iPhone Air is more expensive than the regular iPhone 17. The 17 has cinematic mode on cameras, but the Air doesn't, because the Air only has a single camera on the back. So you can't really do much in terms of like analyzing the image. But yeah, no, the iPhone Air, it's technically impressive. The only real downside is that it does have a single camera. So if you're used to using an ultra wide lens or a zoom lens, you're kind of out of luck. A spoiler: the DLC has been out for years. Yes, but there's some people in chat that haven't played it yet. Replace my phone when battery life becomes impossible to use. I just replaced the battery. Like my iPhone 10 here, this iPhone 10 came out in 2017. I replaced the battery like earlier this year, so it has 100% capacity again, and it works fantastic. I use it for just like using it as an audio recorder or an extra camera or a note-taking device or audio or whatever. So it's nice as a little kind of a extra boost to life, because the battery, I was like, yeah, it's out of warranty, but if I can extend the life of this iPhone 10 for another like 5-6 years, fantastic. For $80 or less, yes please. Old phone less than an hour at full charge when I finally replaced it. Like for me, that alone is not enough to replace the phone. Like again, I can just replace the battery. You can still play this update, right? Yeah, but Cyrene though. Yeah, chat. So that's the question. Let's say Saber's Lycone takes me almost to the end of Evernight's banner, and I can only really farm a few pulls for Evernight. Do I still go for Evernight, or do I just save for Cyrene at that point? I don't know. Everyone in this chat has played Xenoblade 3 DLC. If they didn't play it yet, then oopsie. I hope you're enjoying it, though, Simblupa. Aku, welcome in. We're going to try and finish the Clink Clank Clash event here, so I'll give it like another 5 minutes, kind of just chatting. But then we're going to... If you guys haven't done this, then you should probably leave a lurk. But yeah, we're catching up to trendline. At one point, I was like 25 below trendline. Now I think we're like, what, 10? Yeah, so we're catching up. Thanks to Archon Quest, thanks to events. And then we'll obviously do more exploration now once I finish this event too. I personally never seen any reason to upgrade every year. No, I put myself in a position to if I wanted to. Like when I got my current phone, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, this was 2 years ago now. I got it on the iPhone upgrade program, which basically means that you only pay off half the phone, and then after a year, you paid off half the phone, and you can use the phone to trade it in and cover the other half to then upgrade to the new one. But then you still have to, again, pay that off monthly. But then when you pay off half of it, you can use the phone to pay off the other half when you trade it in. Because like after a year, most trade-in places will give you about half the value. Some places will give you a little bit more. So again, unless you see yourself upgrading every year or want to have that a choice to upgrade every year, it's actually not the best financial option. But I mean, yeah, most you save maybe a couple hundred. So Evernight is a cast support sub DPS. Cyrene is probably way more value. Okay. Now that most iPhones only have iterated up. So okay, so with iPhones, after the iPhone, what was it? After the iPhone 10, so Apple's their upgrade cycle is usually a 2-year cycle. Well, it used to be before the iPhone 10. Basically, you saw that in the way they named their phones, right? iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPhone 5, iPhone 5S, iPhone 6, iPhone 6S, iPhone 7. So you saw that in the names. It was a 2-year cycle. After the iPhone 10, when phones started climbing over $1,000, they realized people were upgrading less because of the price. So then they wanted to make sure that when people reach the 3-year mark, we need to make sure they're upgrading. So what they started doing is they started doing a 3-year super cycle, right? 3-year super cycle, which means that every 3 years you're going to see enough of an upgrade or see enough of an improvement to be like, I should upgrade now. So every 3 years. So that was the iPhone 10 was the big one. iPhone 12 was the big one. iPhone 15 was the big one. And again, for me, that means that iPhone 18 next year is probably the normal upgrade year. And on paper, it looks like a fantastic year to upgrade. 2 nanometer manufacturing process for the SoC. C1 or maybe C2 wireless chip, right? iPhone Fold. That's a pretty big deal. However, you guys saw with the 10th anniversary with the iPhone 10, they did a radical redesign. And while next year is a normal upgrade year for me, the year after that is the 20th anniversary, right? Because, 10 years is not divisible by 3. So, expecting something big for that, I'm going to try to maybe hold out for a 4th year so I can upgrade on the 20th anniversary phone. Let's see here. Like, my sister's old iPhone got handed over to my uncle. Yeah. See, I normally don't like give away or sell or anything with my old phones. I have my main is my 15 Pro Max. Also, do I have someone stream up here? Oh, it's Tammy. I'm on my 15 Pro Max. My old iPhone 12 Pro Max is now my overhead camera. My iPhone 10 is my chat monitor here, and plus I also do some Faye polls on that when we do Faye. Prior to that, my iPhone 6 Plus is basically dead because Ben Gate, my phone bent and the touchscreen eventually stopped working. After I'd upgraded, long after I upgraded, I used my 6 Plus for as a secondary device for a while, but after a while the touchscreen just wouldn't work. Prior to that, my iPhone 5, I believe I gave that to my parents, and my iPhone, same with the iPhone 4. So they should have my 4 and my 5. And that 4 was my first one, so. If I say an iPhone 10, then I would upgrade to whatever the newest model is. Yeah, iPhone 10 is still fantastic. If you replace the battery, it still works fine. Let's see, and then her old phone to my mom. Yeah, so a lot of people do that where their family, they do the hand-me-downs. Something bothers me about Cyrene. What's up? Only one who upgrades regularly and doesn't break the phone. Oh, Cyrene's design? At least from the splash art from the drip marketing, her design looked different. I must say the iPhone Air looks neat. It from a technical perspective, it looks great. The only real downside to it is the camera. That's literally the only downside to it. That's why I see why it's more expensive than the iPhone 17. One has less features than when you make something more portable, the engineering needed to go into that basically justifies the price. So so my MacBook Pro, the retail price on it was like $3,800. Now because I traded in some stuff, I got it down to like $32 when I bought it, because again I maxed it out. If I were to buy the same, well, at least when it came out, if I bought the same innards of this MacBook Pro but in a Mac Studio, which is like the desktop, right? It's half the price because it's not portable. So that's the thing. Portability, and even in something like the iPhone Air, just it becoming thinner, that justifies the price increase. So that just lasts like a cinema. Yeah, the camera overall is really the only downside. Shorter video playback. I mean, yeah, she gets a different form based on Elysia. Wait, she gets a different form since she's meant to be our Elysia after all? Like how? Why? I don't understand. Innards, yes. The innards of the Mac. I haven't opened up a Mac in a while. One time I opened up a Mac Mini to add more RAM, but that was back in the Intel Mac days. Kind of prefer the smaller one, honestly. I don't think she's smaller. I think her hair is just different. Right? Or I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Alright, chat. If you have not played Clink Clank Clash, we are going to continue the story part. It shouldn't take too long.
When you lose your way,
I should be able to
gaining
finish
some
this tonight.
altitude can bring some perspective.
And then have still some time to check into... Wait, Kaizen said something about HSR, right? To log in. I don't know if I can log in right now. I haven't done the download, so it's going to take a while. But we can... Maybe once I finish this story, I can try. What did Kaizen say here? Log into HSR. They have a thing that helps you plan rewards now. Oh, nice. Wait, plan rewards? How? She's the lazy XP. We've known that since 3.0 actually released. Well, sure, but like, how does that explain the form? Don't really take that many photos of my phone because I also have thought about getting into directing, especially cinematography. The cinematic mode does intrigue me. If you do want to get into like video, get the Pro or Pro Max. At least these days, I don't think they really distinguish
I'm a
it.
little out of
Before they used to,
practice
I
these
think on the
days.
15 line, they made the Pro Max have a better camera,
Any conflicts
which
around?
people were like, "That's not
I'm in
fair."
the mood for some peacemaking.
Mic muted? What? No. My mic's fine. That's my cue. All right, thank you for the lurk. Oh, you just muted the sound. Okay. I was not quite at the level where we can film entire movie. Actually, many notable directors have. Hell, even the first Avengers movie had one scene. The first Avengers movie, guys, had one scene where they filmed it on an iPhone, I think, because it was like a last minute kind of thing. Like, hey, we need to add this. And I believe some directors have filmed entire movies on iPhone. Music, yeah, they've shot music videos, yeah, several. Haven't done part 3. Yeah, I'm gonna start part 3 now. Was that my end? What the heck? I refreshed stream and it was back. Yeah, nothing on my end, unless again maybe the mic cut out for a moment, but
If I allowed myself
not,
to be
not
led
I
by
didn't
the
touch
whispers of the
anything.
abyss.
Didn't mean a thing.
Surviving
Twitch
is
is. Did you hear the game still?
Taming the beast within.
Because if you heard the
It's
game, then
tougher.
maybe it was on my end, but it's nothing I touched. Didn't press the thing and just suddenly muted, which is why I assumed it was your mic. Did you hear the game? Pro Models also have something called Pro Raw, which is like, yeah. No, it's shooting in RAW on photos and video. Fantastic. And then when you're editing that on like, you can do it on Final Cut Pro on like iPad or even on the Mac. You can Apple has their own LUT, so you can make it look normal. But I like using some custom LUTs from other people that look a bit more natural. But no, shooting in RAW, if you have the space, it's fantastic. I think the newer phones can do it on board the phone. With my phone, because it was the first one that supported that, the phone doesn't have enough space built in for that. So you have to connect an external SSD with a fast enough cable, 10 megabits per second. So I have to have an external, so I bought one specific for that. But I think the newer phones, you can do it right on the phone. Even my new drone, well, not my new drone, it's the band's drone, can shoot in well, not RAW, but log. You can shoot in log now. No, I just thought, oh, he's being quiet, so I looked and your mouth was still moving. Okay, that might have been maybe just on your end then. Possibly, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else experienced anything similar. But okay, chat, we're gonna start part 3. Part 3, last warning. Clink Clank Clash. And again, it shouldn't take you long. The story's longer than I thought it would be, but it's not long. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. A grand battle. Time you agreed upon with Yehoda has arrived. You wonder if she brings good news. Oh, that's right. I read that and I started singing the Six Flags theme, and then I started singing the Wicked song. Alright, let's go. You didn't hear that? Okay. So might have just been on Kaizen's end. Audio's fine on my end. Okay, bye. Serious gripe with the iPhone Pro models for the last few years was the color options. Yeah. I mean, I like the current color options. Because what are they? It's blue, orange, and silver, right? Which is like the school that I teach at's colors. It's also the Chicago Bears colors. It's also the University of Illinois' colors. Navy blue, burnt orange, and white. So it's like, this is like the perfect year for me to upgrade. I'm not upgrading this year, but it's the perfect year for colors. Right. I'm gonna float down here so that a cutscene doesn't cause me to drop right in front of the house and I die again. What's everyone's ideal phone color? Now, granted, most people use cases, so it doesn't really matter. But like lately, I have been using either clear cases or whatever. Cosmic orange, deep blue, silver. Yeah. So again, it's like my colors for all the places I've either worked or gone to school, or football teams I root for. Wait, the Elysia XP thing has been known since the trailer they released before Emporius. I understand that, but like, what's with like the? Do we have an explanation on how she changes forms then? Like, you're saying she's an XP, so she's not exactly Elysia, right? Lime green. I know a lot of people that want that they liked when an iPhone had a green option a few years ago. They want them to bring that back. Whatever favorite color is, for me, royal blue. I used to always get the black phones, not because I like black the most, but just because it goes better with stuff. But then like I was like, you know what, I'm sick of getting black, and plus it's always the one that everyone goes for, so it's hard to get one at launch. So I was like, you know what, I like gold. Let's get a gold phone. But the problem with getting a gold phone is now none of my Apple products match, because like they don't offer a gold MacBook anymore. They used to. But I do really like gold. They just didn't offer everything in that. So I want one that's I can get the same color across the board. So when I got my current phone, I went with the silver, which is like a white silver, not like the space gray kind of thing. I went with silver. Did the same thing with my my current MacBook and then my current iPad. Yeah, so I went silver across the board now, except my Apple Watch. I went with the gold Apple. I really like gold, guys, but I like gold. I like a gold and black combo, so I went with a darker watch band. Because of what Cyrene actually is. I remember that. I think I do. At least that. What was the Herta thing? Did she reveal, or did she just like strongly hint at? I remember her strongly hinting at that. She could take any form she possibly wants. Okay. I remember her hinting at something. I don't remember her actually saying, like, outright. That's before we get into the fact that because the Pro phones are so much bigger, not the Pro phone. The Pro phone's the same as the regular iPhone, but it's the Pro Max that are bigger. For iPhone mini, which literally lasted... No, it lasted 2. Lasted 2. Well, that being said, before the second generation of the iPhone mini launched, they're like, yeah, we're well, they didn't say it, but like all signs pointed to them replacing it with the in their lineup as a fourth option with the Plus phone. So
Hey, Anefa!
yeah,
Hello.
let's see if we can finish this today.
I appreciate you looking after Aino these past few days.
Oh, it was nothing. A promise is a promise, right? Anyway, is Yehoda here? She probably has a bunch of new clues for us.
Let me explain. After I got back from the Frostmoon Scions, I started doing some digging into that merchant, Asako. The fact that he outright tried to buy Aino's bot definitely makes him suspicious, but even after asking around my boss's circle, I couldn't find any evidence that connects him to this mess. Out of all the merchants we met, he has the cleanest record. I checked all the other merchants too, but the trail came up cold each time. Most of them didn't even know about our trip to the Frostmoon Scions. Whoever's behind this thing is extremely clever. Covered their tracks perfectly. Tracking down a person like that is gonna take a lot more than 2 days.
So, you're saying...
Dead end.
Summarizing intel. Condensing main points. Conclusion. Over the past 2 days, Yehoda has found no useful information.
Did you have to make it sound so pathetic? Oh, how am I gonna explain this to the kid?
So, there's really nothing we can do?
I mean, short of rounding up those merchants, interrogating them, and searching their private warehouses for ourselves? Nope.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Oh.
That
Killed time.
wasn't a suggestion. These aren't the type of people you mess with on a whim. Oh, I'd turn all of Nodcry upside down searching before I went after a man like Asuko.
Check DMs before you go. Let me see. Oh, I must have missed that or forgotten that then. Because I remember her hinting at stuff. Like, she was staring at her and kind of thinking, like, wait a second. And then she was, like, just basically like, oh, never mind. And then got on with whatever her point was. Okay. I return again. Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright, we can continue now.
Turning all of Notcry upside down. That is indeed Aino's backup plan.
She would.
Okay, well, I wasn't serious about that suggestion either.
If that is what Aino decides to do in the end, then I will support her.
I've been thinking things over a lot since I got back. And the truth is, I can see why Clank's technology is being targeted by those chumps. But that means any of my bots could be next, including Inefa. If we don't get Clank back, if we don't show them we're not an easy target, then there's nothing stopping them from coming after the rest of my robo friends.
Alright, gotta go now. Alright, Kaizen, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you again for the raid. Guys, go follow Kaizen. They stream when they can. iPhone 17 Pro looks neat. If and when I do actually get into cinematography, that'll be the one I get. Yeah, the Pro phones are fantastic for like video. I guess like I have okay, so I have a mirrorless camera and I have a DSLR. Both are fantastic cameras, right? I got them for work especially because we use them to shoot both photo and video for our marching band for recruitment purposes and all that stuff and other stuff and promo stuff. And it looks great. But my phone at this point, my iPhone 15 Pro Max, especially in terms of like crystal clear video at 5x optical zoom, it's unmatched. Like it's unreal. The only thing I still use my other DSLR for is because I have a zoom lens on that, where I can get, if I want anything higher than 5x zoom, I'll use the DSLR with the zoom lens. But everything else, like computational photography on iPhone, guys, it's like game changing. Hereby dub this team Neffy, Hody, I know, the adorables. I do kind of want Neffa now.
So, even if I really do have to turn all of Notcry upside down, I will save Clank, no matter what it takes. Oh, I know. You said Asuko was the biggest suspect, right? Let's start with him then.
Someone sent a letter. It appears to be for you, traveler.
Is it Asuko?
Really? Let's take a look.
Long time no see, Tanuki. Not long ago, I happened to hear about the troubles you're facing. Seeing as you've always been a top-notch customer of mine, it's only natural that I find some way to help you. As such, I've prepared an exceptional service plan guaranteed to relieve your woes. Just drop by my shop for further negotiations. Of course, considering we're old acquaintances by now, I'll give you a 20% discount. Don't miss out now. Who is this? It's not Dory, is it? Dory wouldn't give us a discount like that. iPhone 17 Pro has 8x zoom now. Yeah, and so it has 8x zoom. And the cool thing with the new iPhone 17 Pro line is Apple basically created another video or like an upgraded video codec now. So, what's it called? Apple Log 2. So because like when I updated my Final Cut Pro recently, I was like, wait, what's this about Apple Log 2? And then I look it up and I'm like, oh, iPhone 17 Pro now introduces Apple Log 2, so you can shoot in Log 2 format, whatever that is. And I'm like, oh man, but I'm not upgrading for 2 years. But that'll be cool. Didn't know that new iPhone came out. Yeah, so they always come out in like usually like mid-September. There was 1 year where they came out in October, and then the iPhone 10 was delayed to like December. So went to an Apple store, and there was a long line. Yeah, they're usually like mid-September. I think it's still in pre-order. Nope, it's out. Yeah, usually they'll announce it on like a Tuesday. Pre-orders open up later that week on the Friday, and then they're released the following Friday. So usually like within a week and a half from the official reveal, because these days like Apple is horrible at keeping secrets now. So they used to be really good at like surprising people with their one last thing, like that no one expected. Like, what is this? They're inventing Wi-Fi. What? So. You guys remember that? I remember that. When the iBook introduced wireless networking to the world. Alright, let's keep going. Who is this? Is this Dory?
Huh. Paimon would recognize that tone anywhere. It's her, isn't it?
Yep, it's Dory.
Seems like she has a way to help us. Dory's services are usually a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah, I was like, she's not going to give us 20%
I've heard
discount.
of her. She's got quite a unique reputation around Not Cry.
Well, let's at least talk to her. It's better than going on a wild goose chase around Not Cry. Yeah, I guess, like, again, information. Something I should call this month Tech-tember for a reason.
Alright, I'm down with that. You're in charge of the workshop, Anafa. This time, we'll get Clink Clank back for sure.
Very well. Please continue to look out for Aino in my stead.
Oh, you're coming too, Yehoda? Huh. You care too much about Aino to let this go, huh?
More like you're not the only one who's got a stupid robot asking you for favors.
Oh my god, that face right there. Alright, oh, controller. There we go. Team is the Adorables. Just like how in Marvel Comics there's a team called the Ultimates. Let's see, is it just an FL left?
I'll keep watch over the workshop. Once again, I leave Aino to you.
Damn it, I kind of want an FNO. It's like we already have Aino, we might as well just get, and we're going to get Yehoda because they're a 4-star, I think, right? We'll get them eventually, I'm sure. Now we need an Effa. Stop making me like all the characters. Saw the new Faye comic. So cute with the corns. Faye, the Faye manga does a really good job of that, I'd say. Alright, we did this event already. Oh, wait. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way over here. Oh, that's right. We're going to Dory. Dory.
Looks like that old man isn't here this time.
Ah, look what the cat dragged in. Traveler, Paimon, I see you got my letter.
Dory! So it was you!
My assistant told me about your little visit 2 days ago. Rumor has it, some terrible thief broke into the Clink craft shop and ran off with one of Miss Aino's most treasured companions.
Yes, that's exactly right.
You must know how much I value you as a customer, traveler. So, I thought if you set out to help Miss Aino, I should do my part too.
What does she want from
I did
us?
some digging, and I do believe I've come up with the perfect plan. There are too many merchants targeting that bot to root out the thief by going after them one by one. So, how about approaching this from a different angle? Maybe the question we should be asking isn't who stole the bot, but where the thief took it in the first place.
Huh. She has a point.
And lucky for you, I happen to know just the expert to help us out. She's been working smuggling cases for years. If you need to track down stolen merchandise, she's your gal.
Smuggling?
Of course, a professional of her caliber demands quite a high retainer. But not to worry, I can offer you a 20% discount. How about this? You give me the funds in advance, discount applied of course, and I'll contact the expert. See if we can't bring that price down a little. I'm all about client convenience, as I'm sure you all know. And if she sympathizes with our cause and ups the discount, we'll call the difference a little something for my trouble. Sound good?
Just tell us how much you want. Speaking of the character of Gwenpool as her own. Yeah, the Ace Force, yeah. She's adorable too. Dory, we've actually known her since Sumeru, so she's from like 3 regions prior. But apparently she travels to Nodcry and has a shop here.
20% off would be 800,000 Mora. Do we have a deal?
800,000? Oh, can't you go any lower?
If only I could. But there has to be room for me to take a cut now, doesn't there?
800,000 Mora is worth it if it means we get Clink Clank back. It's fine, I'll cover it.
Splendid!
Dang.
I'll contact the expert right away.
She loaded.
Well, if you're okay with it, I know. And the sooner we talk to this expert, the better.
Great news! The expert is already in the area. I hope you have a productive conversation.
Wait, a Melusine? That's the deal from Narusea Village! Traveler? Paimon? Fancy seeing you here!
So, the expert is a Melusine? I've heard about these creatures before. They have special senses, right? They can pick up on things humans would never even notice.
Really? That sounds amazing!
With her help, we'll get leads on Clink Clank for sure. Oh, I guess the price of the retainer was worth it after all.
There's something you should know about Dory. Retainer? What retainer? The Traveler is a hero to the Melusines. It's an honor to help him out. I would never ask for even a single Mora in return.
Wait.
Wow! I didn't realize this expert idolized you so much, Traveler. Well, since she won't accept payment, I suppose there's no choice but for the entire 800,000 to go to me. As always, I appreciate your patronage. Although, I guess this turn of events is all thanks to your past heroics.
Get you some lessons on how to haggle. Who's the Melo? That's a Melusine. Melusines are a race of creatures from Fontaine, like the water nation.
In that case, I'll give you a generous 50% off the next time we do business.
And the swindler claims another victim. Anyway, what are you doing in Nodcry, Cedillo? Well, one of the Melusine agents from the Marechaussee Phantom followed the trail of a smuggling case straight to Nodcry. But she still hasn't made it back to Fontaine. We all started to get worried, and I happen to have some time off, so I'm here to check up on her. But enough about that for now. This merchant told me you needed help tracking down your missing companion. Could you describe them to me? The more details, the better. Then, would it be possible to take me to the last place you saw them? Sure thing!
patronage.
Don't think Quark was this conniving. 50? 60? Oh yeah, Sega roasted Nintendo like its 90s rivals again on the Sonic Crossroads. I saw that, I heard about that, and I think Kit and Krista put it very well. Like, yeah, they're doing the whole, like, you know, Sega does what Nintendo don'ts kind of thing again. But like back then, like they were really intense and they were like rivals. Whereas now, especially the way that the ad is kind of like set up, it's more like Nintendo's reaction would be like less like, oh shoot, now we gotta deal with this. It's more like a, oh, that's cute. All right, we're gonna keep going doing our own
When you
thing.
lose your way, gaining
So
some
I don't know how
altitude
much
can bring some
of an
perspective.
impact it has these days, but it's a nice little homage. I can agree with that. All right, go to the place where the bot disappeared. It looks like up here. Teach Paimon how to haggle. I'm sure she can haggle if she wants to. Peak during the Wii and the Switch era? Yeah. What do you mean the Switch era? We're still in the Switch era.
Alright, this is the last place we saw Clink Clank. I remember that the recon bot disappeared right over there.
I've learned a little about those flying machines since I've been here. Their battery life isn't very long. Flying all the way out here is probably their limit. So, someone must have been in the vicinity to pick it up. We should ask around. Maybe someone saw something.
Oh, there's a group of people over there. Let's ask them.
Treasure hoarders? Alright.
Hello. We wanted to ask something.
Looking for trouble, kid? No? Then scram.
Ugh, not a good start.
Even 3DS era was their peak. Are we at Switch 2 right now? Which is like essentially a continuation of the Switch. Are you saying, wait, 3DS era was their peak? So you're saying with the Wii U era? Now reached the point wherein DS9 is episodic. I mean, a lot of shows eventually get there.
Legally speaking, even suspects have the right to remain silent. We can't force them to answer our questions.
That's what you're worried about? Well, it's your lucky day. There's no law in Notcry.
Clink Clank Legion, attack!
Under Aino's interrogation, the man finally agrees to talk. Aggressive negotiations.
Fine, fine. If you want to talk, then let's talk. Ask me anything you want to know.
Have you seen a group of people carrying a heavy object pass through here? If so, which direction did they go in?
I see that pretty much on the daily. And multiple times at that.
If we think about when they started the lookout versus when they managed to get away, it would have been 2 days ago, between 4 and 10 p.m. We're looking for anyone in the vicinity who left with a heavy object in tow.
When you put it that way, I did see a group like that. Real shifty looking. Came in the afternoon, left at night. I'm pretty sure they were heading in that direction.
That direction, If they knew that their cargo was being targeted by other merchants, they were probably trying to get out of here without being seen. That limits their options. Not to mention how cumbersome it would have been. I think I know where they were heading.
End of season 5, beginning of season 6, all naturally feed into each other without using a previously on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Okay. That's good then. You have like a seamless story. Wii U era was hardly peak because of bad Mario games. The Wii U era and the 3DS era are the same era, Simbloopa. I think for Star Trek as a franchise at that point, Voyager got episodic around the time, but I haven't seen any of Voyager yet. I've just seen bits and pieces. That's all.
here? Assuming their stamina is within the range of a normal adult, if we factor in the weight of their cargo, they would have had to stop here and rest. Which means there should be quite a few traces around here.
Traces? What kind of traces? This place
Elemental
just
sight.
looks
Let's
like
go.
a random stretch of wilderness.
Oh, there's a whole bunch. Here and over there. Oh, it might be hard for you humans to pick up on. If I point them out, could you help me investigate?
A stove? Looks like someone did start a fire here to cook something. So there's a... Oh, it's down there probably. Who took down these branches? Did someone start a fire?
This is the recon bot from that day! But Clink Clank isn't here.
Yep, pretty much what I expected. When they made their initial escape, they took the recon bot with them to cover their tracks. But it's exhausting to travel with that kind of cargo. So, once they made it far enough, they dropped the recon bot and ran off with Clink Clank. I doubt they expected anyone to search this area. I bet these footprints are from when they fled this location.
Is that enough to tell where they went?
Enough to give us some clues at least. I see a special kind of sand in the footprints. It clearly isn't from any of the areas we passed through so far. If I'm right, they probably tracked the sand in from somewhere else. Somewhere they go a lot. Like their hideout.
A special kind of sand. Oh, wait! Near the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau on Paha Isle, there's a place called Maroon Basin. Oh, there's a huge beach there.
Then that's where we should head next.
Wow! Melazines are awesome! I want one!
Melazines are people, not pets, I know.
Well, that's the last clue we needed, right? Let's get going!
Alright, let me catch up with chat real quick. DS9 is where I officially become a Trekkie. Don't get me wrong, the original series will always be special to me, but DS9 is and was a peak television. I don't think I've ever seen original series. I've seen the movies for original series, but I haven't seen like the actual original series. PS had a trilogy of Fire Emblem, well, not really. Doesn't change the fact that the 3DS era was the Wii U era.
We were right! There's a camp here! But I don't see Clink Clank anywhere. Maybe he's inside.
With this many people standing guard, breaking in seems out of the question.
I'm sorry, everyone, but I think this is as far as I can go. There's not much I can help you with in there.
Don't be sorry, Sadil. You've been such a big help. I wouldn't even mind sharing some of my secret dessert stash with you. And anyway, you probably shouldn't be here for this part because I'm about to do something bad. And you're too good for that.
Okay.
I know. Like I said before, I'm the boss of the Cake Craft Shop, and I'm gonna save my friend no matter what it takes.
Whoa! Is that Zip-Zap
Well.
Spybot number 1?
It's
This thing
Zip-Zap
again.
Warbot number 1 now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Warbot? I knew the kid was making dangerous stuff.
With Zip Zap Warbot on our side, there's no stopping us. Come on, charge!
Picked the wrong test subject. Another test subject. Picked the wrong test subject. I regret. It's too late for regrets.
Something Pharaoh Netra came up in a conversation elsewhere in Twitch chat today. TOS is good, but it's also quite slow and arguably psychedelical. Yeah, I've only seen Next Generation. I've seen all the movies, including TOS movies. Oh.
What is this thing? Help! Does somebody help me? What are you running for? Just take it down! There's nothing scary about. The wrong test subject. A hunted.
Phew! We're in! Wait! What's that?
Oh no.
Whatever it is, it doesn't look friendly. Hold on.
This hunk of metal has Clink Clank's core. The thief already took him apart.
Quite the improvement, don't you think? My creation is 10 times more powerful than your little toy.
Aww.
Can't say I'm surprised. That's what a true genius can do.
Wait! You're that guy from the Black Market! The one at the front desk! You're the one behind all this?
If your goal is to accomplish something that will shock the world, you're better off working behind the scenes. I must admit, though, I'm rather surprised you made it this far. I expected you to spend more time fixating on those merchants.
You deliberately tried to steer us in the wrong direction.
What? You never questioned the fact that the first notice you found just so happened to have the clues you were searching for? The front desk is where people go to exchange information. But I get to decide what to put front and center. The person who controls the information controls the people who seek it.
So you're the one who stole Clink Clank. Both times?
So what if I am? There's only one rule in Nodcry. Winner takes all. With this prototype, the Mora I earn will put me on equal footing with the other factions. Then, no one, not even you, will be able to say a word against me.
Just using a piece of tech you stole from Ino?
Stole? No, rescued. I'm taking advantage of its wasted potential. Ever since learning about Kuvaki, I knew there was huge potential for machine integration. But no one saw my vision. I came all this way, but the stubborn natives refused to even entertain my ideas. It didn't go any better with the Fatui and their monopoly on Kuvaki research. But then, this stupid girl who spends all her time making useless toys opens a workshop, and all the factions of Nodcry practically grovel at her feet. She's the one who gets to make a groundbreaking machine that has the potential to reshape the entire market. That role should have been mine!
Right. 'Cause it's definitely not embarrassing to have beef with a kid.
That's enough! Give Clink Clank back to us, right now!
We'll see about that.
Ready?
Come on out, right now.
There you go.
Why is this machine so powerful?
I can't even hit the thing!
No, you guys, don't attack him! We just have to wait it out!
Wait it
I'm
out.
not letting Clink Clank become a war machine!
The wrong test subject. I regret. Every labor regrets. I regret. Every.
Lockdown!
Oh, I just have to hang in there?
Emerge,
Like that
right
big
now.
stash, let's say
Emerge.
you guys. Boo you big stash.
Smile! Take these photos to the steam bird.
Modified
What's
Clink
happening?
Clank, 70%
I
sweet.
need an engineer over here. Quick, fix it.
The core stopped working. It's supposed to concentrate Kuvaki, but it looks like it needs a specific transmission medium to operate.
What kind of medium?
Judging by the smell, I'd say some kind of dessert?
What?
Don't sound so surprised. Clank is a dessert baking robot, but I always thought it would be too sad if he had to watch other people eat all the time without joining in. So when I designed Clank, I gave him the ability to eat desserts too, not just bake them.
I think I understand now. The consumption of a cake-like dessert is required to keep the core's Kuvaki concentration function operating. If cake baking is the goal, that kind of system is sustainable. But to use it as a weapon, not even Nodcry's entire flour and sugar production would be enough to generate the required amount of power.
And you're just noticing this now? Well then get rid of that stupid function. Make it run on something else.
Boss, it's embedded into the system. I'm not skilled enough to change something like that. I didn't even notice it at first.
See? Clank isn't a war machine. Now give him back.
This technology could have been revolutionary. It was supposed to be my big break. And now it's trapped in some useless kitchen bot, all because of your stupid childish idea. No, the prototype stays with me. I just need to hold out until I can secure an investment. Someone, get back the prototype!
Try me, you stupid...
Ding! Ace, welcome in. How you doing today?
Enough!
We're doing the Genshin event.
What are you all doing here?
Protecting the Krumkake craft shop is a job for all who call it home. Activating Annihilation mode.
Let's go.
Another test subject.
Come on out, right now. Emerge. Time to shine.
Let's fly.
No! He got away! Let him run for now. Nodcry doesn't have laws, but it does have rules. Once word starts to spread about what happened here, he'll get what's coming to him.
Is everyone all right? Apparently Nodcry doesn't have a police force, so I contacted your friends for help.
Wow! Way to think ahead, the deal. Wait! What about Clank?
War Machine. Oh, James Rhodes. Neffy.
Miss
Yeah,
I know. During the altercation, my brethren and I retrieved the core from that construct. It should go to its rightful owner. I apologize for thinking otherwise before. This technology needs safekeeping, and I think... No. I know that it's safest in your hands.
Doing really good and happy that give a glimpse of gameplay trailer. Oh, that's cool. I haven't kept up with anything lately. I'm just kind of waiting for more stuff to come to Switch 2. But I am picking up both Pokemon and Persona 3. There's no loss here. So everything in Genshin is building up toward a region called Snezhnaya, which is like the Russia of this world. Here's a weird say. Nod Cry is technically part of Snezhnaya, but it's like an autonomous region of it. So think like we were trying to decide which is a better comparison, Hong Kong or Taiwan. So we weren't sure, but yeah. So it's technically within Snezhnaya's borders, but Snezhnaya lets them essentially run themselves.
And I know you're not the bad guys I thought you were, so enough with all the mushy stuff, alright? Let's go home, Enougha. Oh, and when we get back, I want dessert. I think my monthly quota deserves to be reset, don't you?
Oh, that was quick. Okay, so 3 was pretty quick. Like Crimea. That's a good comparison too. All right, so wait until the following day. So we got 30 more premium gems. Is there anyone here to talk to? Do we have any shrine keys? So we're just kind of laggy right now since I'm yeah. I need to download the update. I was supposed to do it at work today, but I didn't. Let's see. Oh, I can get. So I used 1 key already, right? Let me double check. I thought I did. Let me see. Because I went to the one here already. Did I? Because the marker I used is still there. Let's double check.
Take me up.
Yeah, I think I went to that one already. So I can remove that marker. But yeah, we're not pulling for Evernight, so we're gonna wait till Friday to do 3.6. So if you guys want to get a head start, so I don't spoil you, do so. Where's the shrine here? There it is. And a Lunoculus. Oh, I can totally get this one first.
Mora makes a lot of problems go away. So you can never have too much Mora, huh?
Take me up.
That was really good music. How many sigils do I have now? 67. 6, 7. But yeah, so it's like there's no real government here, and so there's no real like police force or anything like that. So save me. Somebody save me. Oh, I need to get more exploration before I can turn these in. No. I even go to the other regions. But enough of saying save me. Who needs saving?
Save me.
Where's Enougha? I'm confused. Is it not the following day yet?
I'd have lost
Do you
myself
mean
long
like the
ago.
actual following day? Was it already in the AM hours? Can we join Genshin Impact coming up soon? Nice! Yeah, and remember we can do co-op, Bioshock. We can do co-op. Who's your wait? So what limited characters do you have, Bioshock, and who do you like main?
To be led by the whisper.
Hey, it's been
Let's see,
a while.
Aino.
Why don't we check up on Aino?
But where's Anefa? She was like, save me. Hey, I need to think about my yearly non-gory horror movie for Halloween this year. I was thinking about going as like Bobby from K-pop Demon Hunters for Halloween. Wait, where are we? It's on the other side. I'm thinking of the hydrate. I mean,
Hey, Anefa!
oh, you mean ether?
Yehuda! You're here too?
Well, after all that hard work, I at least deserve a slice of cake for my efforts. Don't you think?
Wait, there's cake?
There's
Yes.
cake. Give me cake.
You two are here just in time. Aino
Sweet.
wanted to thank you for your help, so now that Clink is back safe and sound, she thought it would be nice for everyone to try out his baking.
Oh, they're in the form of a pig.
Wow! So this is what Clank was supposed to look like.
Yes. Luckily, the core was still intact, so all Aino had to do was make a new body.
Woohoo! Is it ready?
Ooh. Wait. What?
Hey! He ate it!
It's not unusual for a chef to take a few bites before serving a dish.
No need to worry. Once he's had his fill, he can get started on the desserts for everyone else. It'll just be a moment.
Alright. Wait, speaking of desserts, where's Aino?
She thought of a new idea for a robot and shut herself in the workshop to get started. When inspiration strikes, she jumps into action. That's just who she is.
Why does Aino like building robots so much?
Retrieving historical records from databank. At first, I believe Aino was just shocked to find something that fascinated her more than desserts. And fortunately, her friends respected her passion, even if, aside from struggling to make ends meet, there was little time for much else. Then, one day, an acclaimed teacher discovered her and recognized her passion for what it truly was: genius.
This doesn't look that long ago. Aino looks the same.
Just like her friends, she finally discovered what she wanted to do, and not only that, she excelled at it. And when genius and passion collide, there's not much that can get in the way.
Look at the little robots. I'm sure this looked great in widescreen.
So, Aino left her childhood friends, established the Clink Clank craft shop, and started making all kinds of robot companions. Perhaps it all comes down to the natural instinct of a genius, the drive to see their imagination come to life.
Oh, so that's what draws her to robotics.
Based on my own experience with Aino, I think there's more to it than that. Long before she took me in, she was already pushing her skills to the limit in an effort to give each robot a distinct personality, and she already treated them like companions.
That's nice.
What I mean is, it's not something that started with me just because I have a unique background. I think, after walking the path of a genius for so long, she looked around and realized there was no one at her side. And it made her feel lonely. So me,
Aw.
Clink, and all the other robots Aino has added to the workshop were not just proof of her genius. We're her family. We give her the companionship she longs for.
I mean, it's kind of sad, but also kind of sweet.
As I see it, That's the true relationship between Aino and her robots.
Oh, wow! So, you really mean a lot to her.
Yes, and for that reason, it did not matter to Aino how powerful Clink Clank could become, nor how feared or coveted his technology might be among the factions. And she decided that he would join his family, and that meant she would spare no effort to save him.
Yeah, that makes sense. But it makes Paimon wonder why someone like Aino would choose to stay and not cry.
I'm afraid my logic unit cannot make sense of that question.
Well, the way Paimon sees it, Nocrai is a dog-eat-dog place full of scheming and scamming. The people that thrive here seem to be built for that kind of thing. Anyone else would use the kind of tech Aino has to make weapons and threaten people. But Aino, she takes something that could be a weapon and turns it into a robot that makes cakes. It just doesn't seem like she fits in.
No, my view is the exact opposite. I've encountered the full spectrum of people that live here in Nocrai. But in my experience, very few of them can be said to represent this place. You say Aino doesn't fit in here, but I believe the opposite. If I were to attempt to define what a person from Nocrai should be, no one is a better match than Aino.
Ooh, the dessert should be done!
There she is.
Yes, one moment. Allow me to serve them.
I want the one with the most frosting!
All right, everyone. Dig in.
So worth it.
All right. So is that it for the events? Looks like it. Is there like a... That was the, like, essentially the ending, right? The epilogue. It's all done. That's all done. We can't refine this, can we? Oh, we can. Alright, so event done. We only got 30 premier gems out of it, but that's okay. How many more days do we have on this? 27 days. I should probably set a reminder. So we don't gain any more pulls aside from the one we gain for just doing dailies. Is there anywhere else? Should we just start doing exploration? Who's still here in chat? Wait, wasn't Inefficing like help or something? After exploration is sufficiently advanced, the compass can mark clues related to treasures. If you want to claim these treasures for yourself, you'll still need to solve the clues.
Let's fly. Take me up.
Still here. Gotta go have fun. All right, Aku, have a good one. I want to catch you with chat. Don't go trick or treating or dress up for Halloween. I just do for work. Sometimes for fun. I don't like all the other teachers do like group costumes. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. But sometimes it's fun. And usually I do my own thing. Like there was one year, like I didn't want to dress up, but then I was like, I don't want to be the only teacher not dressed up. So then I was like, you know who I'm gonna go as? Like what? Like, I was like, it was like 11 p.m. the night before, maybe even after midnight. And I was like, okay, well, shoot, what can I throw together as a costume after midnight? Like the night before Halloween. It's like 6 hours before I have to go to work.
Gaining some altitude
And I was like,
bring some
what if I went as Joey from Friends wearing all of Chandler's clothes? You guys see that episode? Or he and Chandler were having a little argument, and then he decided to literally put on all of Chandler's clothes. So I just raided my closet, just put on everything I had. So it was kind of funny. Treasure.
More makes a lot of problems go away. So you can never have too much more, huh?
Oh, this one's underground. In 4 such movies, Shining, What Lies Beneath It. Yeah, I don't do scary stuff. I can't handle it.
Let's fly.
Ooh, shiny. It's so pretty.
Ooh, shiny. Let's unlock the compass and increase your exploration ability before you can mark locations of lost oculi on the map. Okay. It says there's one like right nearby. But where? It says it's here. Oh. Wait, I thought it said it wasn't going to show me that. Well, it's like showing everything now, huh? Oh, well, everything nearby. Something hidden. Don't mind scary, you just can't have gory. That's the 4 movies listed above. Okay, what do we do? Says there's one above me. It says there's a hidden one here.
Take me up.
Alright, we're gonna go with the ones up above here. Oh no, I passed by these guys before. Let's go somewhere else.
Rain. My hair and feathers are gonna get soaked. Time for some preening when I get back.
Take me up!
This is underground here somewhere. Oh, I have to break this. Time is it's 11:30. Probably shouldn't go much longer.
Let's fly!
So tomorrow's stream, chat, we're gonna pull for. Oh. Alright, let's go. Tomorrow we're gonna pull for Evelyn in ZZZ. She got 134. Oh, I see. Hey, No Limit, welcome in. How you doing today? Yeah, I'll be right with you. I got 50 seconds left to get half these particles. Can I get my touching? I mean, I can take a look. I'm not an expert, but I can take a look. Oh no, push forward. Are you a catching main? Well, okay, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I started relatively recently in 4.0, but since 4.0 came out 2 years ago, I think I've done a pretty good job of, like, kind of getting essentially caught up with the game, because I'm already AR60
Mora makes a lot of
in 2
problems go
years.
away. So you can never have too much Mora, huh?
Let's fly!
Feel free to share your code and let me know which server you're on. Let's see. 4. Just started the game, but she's my main currently, and I had a AR-55 account a year ago. Lost it changing PlayStation. Oh, that's awful. All that work, but I mean, it's good that you're able to quickly get back on. But yeah, feel free to send your code over and let me know what server we're getting to here. Hold on. Oh. Need 4 more. Two more. Hi, Papaya. Thank you for the follow. Alright, I got your code. Now we just get this treasure real quick and I'll take a look here. Combine. Boom.
Dividing the loot is often
Alright.
a cause of conflict, but luckily for you, I will.
If you don't mind, I'm going to look it up both here as well as on Enka. Just because I can see things like artifact rolls and stuff like that better. Copy from my computer. And then I'm going to paste it on my iPad here. All right. Looks like you're done. Yeah, we're all done with the events. Search. All right, so this is your catching here. Let's see. It says character details hidden, but I can still pull it up in Inca. I think. No characters found in the showcase. Okay, so actually it looks like your character details are hidden, so I can't actually see it. So you might need to unhide that. Dropping by while prepping for stream myself. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll probably be wrapping up soonish. How to fix character details hidden. So let's see. If I go to mine, I'll show you here. Go to edit profile, and then see at the bottom here it says show character details. Make sure that's turned on. And then once it is, let me know. I'll refresh. See Flint's trailer? No. You fixed it? Okay, let me pull that up again. Come on. Why is that letting me enter? What? Hold on.
I'd have lost myself long ago.
Dropped all I was eating? Okay, I haven't seen it yet. Search. Paste. Allow paste. Oh, there we go. Okay, now search. Are you sure? Let me check on Enka at least. Refresh. It says it's still not seeing characters in your showcase.
I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving. It's tough. Taming the beast within is tough.
Let's try again. There we go. Okay, so it's working now. Let me see if I can refresh on Enka. It'll let me refresh in 10 seconds. Alright. Definitely fixed it. Okay, yeah, now it's working now. So you said you just started on a new account. Yeah, see, I want to pull it up on Enka so I can see things like roll quality and stuff like that. But I mean, these are clearly like temporary artifacts, right? Because I'm seeing like 3 stars and stuff like that. How did you get the catching? Did you claim like your free one from this, or did you just pull on standard, or what? How'd you get the catching? Because if you still have your free one, you could use it to get cons on the catching. But yeah, no, if we're just starting out again, I think this is fine. So again, as you progress through and get back your AR and your world level, you'll get better artifacts and everything. You claimed her. Okay, okay. Yeah, see, Kaching's my most cons just over time. So she's C3. So I'm debating who to get for like cons and everything else, because like I could try and get her slightly closer to C6 for the Master Stella Fortuna eventually. But I don't know if that's the highest priority. Pull the 5-star Claymore on standard, but I might pull for Nihida. Yeah, I mean the Archons are always like a solid pull. Most of them. Like if I didn't have Nihida, I'd probably be going for them. And then, as much as I would like to get their weapon, we're trying to save for a few other things. So we are 20 pity ish, and then we're gonna do. I can afford about 75 to 80, maybe a little bit more now that we're closer to trendline again. I can probably pull 85 or 90 for Yalan. No guarantee. If we get her, great. If not, oh well. I gotta ask. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, at least get those talents up if you're gonna be maining Kaching for a while. The artifacts will get better once get to higher world levels and get better artifacts.
Let's fly.
Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Shower me with praise.
I wish I could interview whoever left this stuff here.
A lot of chests here.
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you, I don't really need this stuff.
Take me up.
There's one here, but underground? Or lower, at least.
Ooh, shiny. It's so pretty.
How do I add my account to my other PlayStation account? Like, how do I get rid of the other account on my... let's see. Wait, what do you mean? How do I add my account to my other PlayStation accounts? Oh, wait. You're trying to add Genshin to your PlayStation account, yes? I mean, you'd have to... I guess we probably just... Let's see. Yeah, because I'm not familiar with PlayStation.
I'm a little out of practice these days.
What would that be? My assumption is
My hair and feathers are gonna get soaked.
to get rid of the account on your
Time for
PlayStation
some
account.
preening when I get back.
That you'd probably have someone who knows PlayStation better. I've never owned a PlayStation, which is weird because I've worked in the game industry as a game journalist, but
Let's fly.
anyone in chat know? I know Bernadetta fan used to, or no, they still have a PlayStation. They just don't have a
Take me up.
PS4 anymore. Anyone in chat know?
Show them. Right now. Right here. Strike a pose! Right kick you! Ha! Open fire!
Yeah, I play on iPad Pro, but even then, I don't know how it. Like, I guess I would switch accounts by just changing the email address,
Ooh,
right? Just log in
shiny.
with the other account.
That's so pretty.
What am I at? 61. But yeah, I mean, and again, you've played before, so you probably know all this same stuff here. But I would probably, at least, if you're gonna be meaning to Kutching for a while, I'd probably focus on kind of like just leveling up those talents as much as you can. It's here somewhere. How does this work? Oh, it's just right there.
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you,
Are you have to contact
I don't need this
Genshin to
stuff.
unlock it? Oh, really? I mean, I guess if that's what you. I mean, they're. It seems like they're pretty easy to reach. Like just through contacting support. Activate. What are we doing? Where do I bring you? Yeah, usually only when I send stuff to
Emerge,
Genshin,
right
it's
now,
like for
right here.
surveys and stuff.
Nothing lasts forever.
Well, I am going to TwitchCon in like a month, and in the
That's
past,
quite enough.
oh Jesus, in the past at TwitchCon they've had
Take the
Hoyoverse there, like a Genshin booth or whatever. So sometimes I talk to them there. We should do that again. Since you said you recently started again, how did you,
makes a
or
lot
how
of
far
problems
have
go
you gotten
away.
in
So
story?
you can never have too
Wait,
much
where
more,
is this
huh?
chest? How do you send it to Genshin though? So go into feedback. Is it feedback? I think it's feedback. Yeah, so you can put in a service request here. So self-service. Yeah, your Hoyoverse account probably. Yeah. So go into feedback on the menu. Oh no, what happened to my screen? There we go. I'm in leeway right now. Okay, okay. Chug it along.
Let's fly.
Where's that little guy go? Hold on, I want to get this Lunoculus. So we have to adjust this somehow. Be live in like 30 minutes. I gotta do something. Might be, but it's gonna be past midnight. For those who don't know, I'm a teacher, so I actually have to wake up pretty early.
I'd have lost myself long ago.
But we'll
if
see.
I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss.
If not, make
Surviving's
sure you guys
tough.
this is for
Taming the
everyone, by
beast
the way.
within
Join our
is
Discord.
tougher.
Hang on here.
When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective. I'd have lost
Alright,
myself
let's
long ago
see.
if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough.
Should probably start wrapping up.
Taming the
Alright,
beast
Charlotte,
within
thanks for hanging out today. I
is
appreciate
tougher.
it. Tomorrow's stream again, we're just doing mostly ZZZ for polls. Probably work on any other events in Hoyo that we're working on.
When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
How do I move this thing? Guessing I have to move it over that. But how? It's gotta have something to do with this, right? Okay, now what?
Let's fly.
Uh, There's 2 more there. Where was that again? Forgot where that was. It's not down there, is it? No.
Take me up.
Oh, there it is. Alright, but yeah, it is midnight. We probably should wrap up
Let's
here.
fly.
More makes a lot of problems go away.
62.
Take me up.
Under. Where do I go?
Let's fly.
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you, I don't really need this stuff. My hair and feathers are gonna get soaked. Time for some preening when I get back.
Shower me with praise. Hold that pose.
New mail. Whose birthday? Nice pebble. Alright, it's the last thing we do, guys. This puzzle here. I gotta find the last one. Yeah, and we might get that treasure chest over there. Where's the last one? Ooh, chest.
Ooh, this looks all right.
Oh my god.
How brilliant! Take me up!
Flying Fae, my notes. The Fatui took my precious notes. Could you help me get them back? Well, Paimon's not really a Fae, but something like this should be a piece of cake. Still, what did the Fatui want with some kids' notes? Maybe they're afraid I'll show them to the world. If you help me get them back, I'll let you in on their secrets. We can talk about that later. Right now, please help me get my notes back. Some pages might have fallen out from my notebook. They should be over there where the Fatui are. Great.
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily,
Let's fly.
May I present? Let the world collide!
Mora makes a lot of problems go away. So you can never have too much Mora, huh?
Come on out, right now. Emerge. Smile!
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you, I don't really need this stuff.
Let's fly.
Breaking news! Say cheese!
Take me up. Open fire. Bullseye.
Mora makes a lot of problems go away. So you can never have too much. Mora, huh?
I'm gonna get to 70 so I can get the next level up.
Let's fly. Open fire.
Oh, I have to use this thing. No, no, come on! I had one left. How does this work again?
Show them right here. Yoo-hoo! Hold that pose! Let's fly!
Locked on.
Hard hitting exclusive! Take me up!
Mora makes a lot of problems go away. So you can never have too much Mora, huh?
Can I do this one?
Let's fly.
Oh.
Another test subject.
Open fire!
Bullseye!
Right here, right now. Shower me with praise! Take it. Go on. You have
66. This will take a while to get to 70. Oh well. Alright, we're gonna wrap up. on, guys. If anyone's still here, copy the raid commands. Alright, anyway, I'm out, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out today. We finished the event. Yeah, I'll probably do more exploration soon. Tomorrow's mostly going to be ZZZ for the Evelyn polls. If we finish, or if we get Evelyn, then we can work on more exploration in Noctri if we want. Alright, I'm out, guys. I gotta get some sleep. Tomorrow's picture day, apparently. So, see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
My approval.